A fun way to enhance your hair wardrobe is by using print panels. Today we're going to be making a striped panel. Sometimes these are called raccoon tail stripes or coon tail extensions. In order to prep your hair, you will need a clarifier. If you're using a cuticle hair, you're going to need to add a little bit of hair color developer in with your clarifying shampoo. What that's going to do is it's going to remove any of the laminate coatings or sheens or lacquer sprays off of your wefted hair before you start. So once you've washed it with your clarifier and possibly your developer, you're going to dry it really well, and then you're going to use your flat iron and you're going to straighten it back out. And you want this to be very, very straight in order for your stripes to be perfectly across. The next step is to lay the hair out flat and tape it into place. So I'm just combing it so it's nice and straight right now. I'm using just plain scotch tape. And the first one I'm gonna put right across the top, and this is gonna hold that weft in place. And we're just gonna work our way down, and we're gonna leave gaps that are about the same size as the tape. Once we have all of the tape in place, we're ready to mix up our color. I'm going to use a black, which is a 1B or 1AB from Redken. And because we want this to deposit and not lift, I am using a 10 volume developer. This is a permanent color. If you're using stains, it may be a little bit harder to work with. Anything that doesn't have a developer is considered a stain. And the reason that they might be a little bit harder to work with is they tend to travel a little bit more. So when you're rinsing it, it may be a little bit more difficult to keep it in one place and to keep that color contained to just where you've applied it. When you're applying your color, it's really important that you never go towards the tape. You want to actually move away from the tape. If you go towards the tape, you run the risk of putting color up underneath it, and that will make your lines not as sharp. So I'm only going about halfway down with this first, and then this lower piece of tape here, I'm just going to kind of blot away from it. If you're too aggressive moving upwards, you can actually dislodge some of the hair. So always down, and then blot. Down, blot. You want to be pretty generous with your color. No need to skimp. You want to make sure it gets all the way through. Once you've finished applying your color, then you can let this set until they're dry. You can even leave these overnight as long as you've used a low volume developer. When you're ready to rinse, you're going to fill up a basin full of water, and you're going to add a little bit of white distilled vinegar. The distilled vinegar is going to help with the porosity of your hair extensions so that that hair color that you've just added doesn't bleed and go all over. Once that is all rinsed out, you can dry them and flat iron, and they should look about like that. And here we have the finished result. You can add clips to your panels, or you can simply pin them into place.